why doesn't Buddhism believe in God? Is it really necessary to have a creator for humans to achieve happiness? Imagine yourself wandering into an ancient temple where an old monk sits in deep contemplation before a candlelight. You ask him about the existence of God, and he simply smiles and says, "Are you sure that question will help you attain liberation from suffering?" This story embodies Buddhism's unique approach. Instead of seeking a creator, Buddhism focuses on self-awareness and liberation through one's own efforts. In this article, we will explore why Buddhism does not emphasize belief in a creator God and what this means for us in modern life. Buddhism does not deny God, but does not consider it important. Buddhism is not an atheistic religion in the sense of completely denying the existence of God. However, it does not place importance on this concept either. The Buddha did not answer the question, "Does God exist?" Because according to him, this question does not help people free themselves from suffering. When a man is struck by a poisoned arrow, the most important thing is to treat the wound, not to find out who shot the arrow. The Buddha, instead of debating the origins of the universe or the presence of a creator, Buddhism focuses on reality. How can people free themselves from suffering in the present moment? Additionally, Buddhist teachings emphasize training the mind and cultivating morality, rather than relying on faith in a supernatural power. This allows individuals to practice wisdom and compassion in a practical way. Different Buddhist traditions, such as Mahayana and Theravada, have varying perspectives on divine beings. Some bodhisattvas, such as Avalokiteshvara, Guanyin, and Ksitigarbha, are venerated as beings with supernatural powers. However, the core emphasis remains on self-practice to attain enlightenment. Responsibility lies within each individual. One of the most fundamental Buddhist philosophies is self-liberation. In many other religions, people seek salvation from a divine being. In Buddhism, however, happiness and liberation lie within each person. When the Buddha entered nirvana, his final words were, "Be a light unto yourself." This means that instead of depending on others, we can cultivate ourselves, realize the true nature of all things, and attain enlightenment. Buddhism emphasizes that each individual is the master of their own destiny. No one else can achieve liberation on their behalf. Every person must practice mindfulness, cultivate ethics, and develop wisdom to attain awakening. This process does not rely on rituals or prayers to a supreme being, but instead on personal effort and perseverance. Personal responsibility extends beyond spirituality and into everyday life. When we understand that we are responsible for our own attitudes, actions, and responses to difficulties, we no longer blame fate or wait for external help. This strengthens our character, builds confidence, and leads to lasting happiness. Furthermore, the principle of self-liberation helps individuals manage emotions and avoid being controlled by external circumstances. When facing adversity, rather than blaming others or seeking divine intervention, Buddhism teaches people to calmly reflect on the root cause of their problems and find solutions based on wisdom and compassion. This practice is highly relevant to modern life. For instance, when dealing with work pressure or relationship challenges, recognizing our responsibility rather than blaming others motivates us to improve ourselves, strengthen relationships, and create a more meaningful life. Thus, the philosophy of self-liberation is not only a foundation of Buddhism, but also a practical principle for personal growth, accountability, and genuine happiness. Karma replaces divine judgment. In many religions, people believe that a God observes and determines human fate based on their actions. However, Buddhism takes a completely different approach: the law of karma. There is no God judging people's deeds, but every action carries consequences. If we do good, we will receive good results. If we do evil, we will face negative outcomes. No one is exempt from this law, not even a deity. A recent example is the global environmental crisis. Humanity has exploited nature for centuries, and now we are suffering the consequences. Storms, droughts, and climate change. No God is punishing us. This is simply the law of karma in action. Why? Skepticism and intellectual freedom. Buddhism does not require blind faith in anything. Even the Buddha's teachings must be verified through personal experience. A famous Buddhist story recounts how a group of people asked the Buddha whom they should believe, to which he responded, "Do not believe something just because you have heard it. Do not believe it because it is tradition. Do not believe it because it is scripture. Examine and verify it through your own experience." This approach contrasts sharply with many religious doctrines that require unquestioning acceptance of teachings. Lessons for modern life. Whether you believe in God or not, Buddhist principles offer valuable lessons for everyday life. Take responsibility for yourself. Do not rely on divine beings. Instead, strive to improve your own life. Live mindfully. Happiness is not in the past or future, but in the present moment. Let go of attachments and suffering. Everything changes. Learn to accept and let go. Karma applies to everyone. Your actions today shape your future. Compassion and altruism. Acts of kindness benefit not only yourself, but also those around you. Practical applications of Buddhist philosophy. Modern research has shown that meditation, a fundamental Buddhist practice, helps reduce stress, improve mental health, and enhance life quality. Major companies like Google and Apple have incorporated meditation into employee development programs to boost focus and creativity. Additionally, Buddhism's principle of letting go helps people reduce anxiety in today's fast-paced society, where work and life pressures are increasing. Understanding impermanence minimizes worries about the future and suffering from the past, leading to a more peaceful and mindful existence. Buddhism also encourages compassion and kindness, which improve social relationships. Scientific studies indicate that practicing metta meditation, loving kindness meditation, increases happiness and reduces the risk of mental health issues like depression and anxiety. Furthermore, the simplicity of the Buddhist lifestyle is relevant in a consumer-driven world. Reducing unnecessary desires, living mindfully, and focusing on spiritual values lead to a more serene life. Letting go of excessive material wants not only conserves resources, but also contributes to environmental preservation. Conclusion: a new perspective on spirituality. Buddhism neither rejects nor opposes belief in God, but it offers a different path, one in which individuals can find peace without the need for a creator deity. Regardless of your faith, the teachings of Buddhism can help you lead a more meaningful life. Remember, the path to enlightenment is not far away, but lies within your own heart.